Hello everybody, welcome back to Starkey Farmsteads. My name is Samantha and I just want to talk to you for a second. Look folks, we live in this world, we don't have to be part of it, right? But I think for most of us, life is like some days are amazing and some days you're just like, what is this? What is this? So I spoke to our newsletter editor, Leslie. She's also the co-author of the book, Growing Under a Poison Sky. Folks, like she fell and cracked her rib on top of what she's been dealing with her back. And I'm like, oh wow, Leslie, I think you and I both are like under attack right now, right? Because we're doing what the Lord has called us to do. And it makes me fearful in a way for our younger generations because they are not prepared to just do it because it needs to be done, even if they don't feel like doing it, right? Like they don't have that mindset. Not enough of them. And I ran across a video by Really Graceful today, and I was just listening to her discuss the 7 signs that America is falling. And I couldn't disagree with her because she was just talking about how social media has begun to numb people. Like,
because you're not the customer, you're the product. And it's your soul, your attention, your distraction being sold. Maybe bread and circuses were once used to distract, but today's digital overload numbs, bearing economic collapse under endless scrolls, leaving a passive populace just staring at a screen.
Maybe it is because now that we're all connected, we see the depravity in the world, like it's in our faces. Before, if something horrific happened in Texas, you, wherever you are, might not hear about it for months or years. People only knew really what was going on in their collective area. Now it's like we know less of what's going on in our area and more of what's going on outside of our area, which in a way is worse because we aren't paying attention to the signs and symptoms of disease in our own backyards because we're focused on what happened in Texas, what happened in Minnesota. And it's like mini earthquakes, spiritual earthquakes happening all over the country, all over the world. And most of us are like, you know, putting up our white flags like, come on, Jesus, come get us because this is getting out of hand. Also wanted to tell you guys, I just got a text from Samuel, our soldier who landed in El Paso yesterday. He landed there Sunday. And there will not be one more hug. They're deep in the base in a specified kind of secret training facility area. And they cannot leave the base for any reason until they deploy to the Middle East. And we aren't allowed where they are. So there's, at this point, absolutely no way I'm going to get to see him again. We said our goodbyes. But you know how you just kind of cling to that. But I'm going to be all right. I'm getting to spend some time with my youngest son, which I don't get a lot of because he too is in the military. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to spend some time. In fact, he's been helping me on the farm because he is more farm oriented. Because, you know, sometimes your kids don't necessarily like what you do and they don't always want to participate in it. Well, this kid likes what his mom does. So I'm getting to spend a good bit of time with him over the next week or two. And I'm going to tell you, it really does help. It really does help, folks, because I had a texting temper tantrum when he told me that there was just no possible way for me to see him again. Like, I know men probably can't relate to this, but I know you women can. How many of you have like temper tantrums out on a text message, especially to your kids, when you were really had your heart set on something and then it falls through and you just melt down in a text message? Yeah, not gonna lie, I absolutely melted down and he could feel it all the way over there. And he's like, it's okay, Mom. God has me. He has a purpose and a plan for me. We said our goodbyes. It's okay. I'll see you in a year. And I have to accept that. You know, some things I don't accept well. I am going to accept this. I'm going to stop pushing where I should not push because that never ends well for me or anybody else, right? And I'm going to be very honest. I'm walking in the flesh on that situation because as a mother, I know God has my kid. I know all of that, right? But at the same time, I'm his mother. And I'm trying to push against what God has for him because my flesh doesn't like it. I know people thought I was being really harsh in my video yesterday saying, you need to support our military. This is what I'm talking about. Nobody wants flipping war. Like nobody who has children at the age that could fight is like, yeah, let's go blow Iran up, bro. I mean, like, are you stupid? Nobody wants that. But some of us, our kids, that is literally what they do. And we have to support them and love them and let them know that no matter what, we are thankful for what they're doing. And I know that it makes people angry. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I can only be myself. And this is me. I don't curb my tongue. I don't try to portray somebody that I'm not on YouTube so that more people will like me. It's just me. I'm just a woman in her 50s with kids all over the world, just trying to financially make it when YouTube continues to steal my money because I won't stop preaching about Jesus and I won't keep telling you guys the truth about stuff. By the way, if you'd like to support our channel, it's linked in the top of comments. I cannot be somebody that I'm not, which means occasionally I'm going to rub you the wrong way. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we need to have more content creators with big enough body parts to rub you the wrong way, because that's partially what's wrong with America. Everybody wants their feelings and their situation to be acknowledged. That is not how the world works. It's not how the world works, folks. I'm no better than anybody else. I would love to have the power and the money to call that base and say, hey, guess what? A, my kid's not going, and B, I'm coming to see him before he leaves. A senator could do that. The president could do that, but I can't because I'm just an average person. So I don't make very many concessions for other people because I just think we all need to be treated the same way. I love you guys so very much. Like, comment, subscribe, and look, I'm going to be snarky occasionally, especially where my kids are concerned. I don't know how anybody would expect me to be any other way, because how are you when you feel someone's attacking your children? How are you? You just sit there with a big smile on your face? No. So don't expect me to do it, folks. I just wanted to share that news with you guys. Please continue to pray for Leslie. She's hurting really bad, but the newsletter is coming out. It is, and it's going to be, I know her, off the chain. And just pray for me, because I'm going back inside to get underneath his blue blanket that still smells like him. And I'm going to be all right. I am. I just really, really wanted to hug him one more time.